My name's Christina Simmonds, and I'm the prospective parliamentary candidate for the Brexit Party in West Worcestershire. My roots go back to this area through my mother's family for several generations, and until recently I used to be working with people and organisations in terms of organisational development, people development. So I'm pretty passionate about people and businesses succeeding. There is a Chinese curse which says, "May you live in interesting times." Well, our times politically could hardly be more so. The real problem we are facing is that the House of Commons and the MPs are doing their best to frustrate the will of the people. Amidst the noise and the fury that they make, it's easy to lose sight of the fact that nearly 500 of those MPs actually voted to trigger Article 50. But have since spent the last nearly 3 years in trying to overturn it and make sure that we do not leave the EU at all. The May deal is so bad that even if implemented without the backstop, it adds a ball and chain to our already tied hands. And these are some of the comments that were made by people who are supposedly our friends in Europe. And I quote, this is from an aide of Guy Verhofstadt. "We finally turned them into a colony, and that was our plan from the beginning." Another comment that was made, this time it was by Mr. Barnier, and he said, "I'll have done my job if in the end the deal is so tough on the British that they'd prefer to stay in the EU." I think those things say it all really when it comes to the negotiation. Watching in despair and disgust at the antics of our MPs and the arrogance of the people in Parliament, they are bringing the whole of the UK into disrepute. They are not representative of British people. We are not like them at all. They do not represent us. We need to change this rabble of Brussels apologists for people that actually do represent us. The Brexit Party wants to change politics for good, and that's why I have joined the Brexit Party. When the next general election comes, remember how these people have deceived and fooled you. They stood for election on a manifesto that said, "We will come out of the customs union, we will come out of the single market, we will return to having our own courts make the decisions in our land, and we will get our fishing waters back." None of those things happen if we go down the route of the May deal. The people who stood on a manifesto of leaving the customs union, the single market, returning our fishing waters, and also taking back control for our courts rather than the ECJ, they then trooped into the lobby and voted for the May deal, which does none of these things. You have been fooled. In fact, the May deal goes further, because it takes away a right which the other 27 members will retain, which is to be able to leave the European Union unilaterally. That right disappears entirely if we go down the deal that May put together. We will become a colony indeed. Probably as you have done, I've watched in despair and disgust the carrying on the antics in Parliament, watching our country being brought into disrepute throughout the world. These people are not representative of us at all, and we need to change that. The Brexit Party believes that MPs should be the servants of the people, truly representing their views and their wishes, not their masters. So we need to change this rabble of Brussels apologists and have a decent election where we can choose people that are representative of us. Remember the saying, "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me." Don't let them fool you again. Vote for change. Vote for the Brexit Party.